What's up, everybody? Welcome into TNT Postgame. I'm your man, Chris, a.k.a. Blue Enforcer, and as you can probably tell by the sound of my voice, I'm not in a happy mood right now. As the Tennessee Titans find a way to suck and lose to the New York Jets 27-24. They lose to the New York Jets 27-24 in a humiliating and absolutely embarrassing fashion. Outright pathetic. And I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time talking about this because I'm really just so angry. I mean, it was a pathetic display all the way around, with the exception of about 2 or 3 guys. Derrick Henry played well. Jeremy McNichols played well. Other than that, nobody else really played well. Tannehill sucked. The offensive line was horrible. The defense broke at the end. Nobody played well except for Derrick Henry, Jeremy McNichols. That's it. Nobody else played well. It was the Cincinnati game all over again because, again, we found ways to lose. We made mistakes all over the field. I'm going to read off some stats to you. I mean, Derrick Henry had a great game. He had over 120 yards rushing. He did his job. Jeremy McNichols has some good catches. He did his job. Nobody else did their job at all. Nobody else did their job. They look pathetic in all ways. John Bro said, can we get anyone to protect Tannehill? That's a good question. Because this offensive line found every possible way to stink. And they did. They stunk in all kinds of ways. What's up, AZ Nick? The disappointment is there. I'm angry. This is a loss that should not happen, but it usually does. The Titans find a way to play down to their opponent, and it is absolutely despicable. This was the same old Titans. They're back. They're back. And Tannehill is starting to act like Marcus Mariota. Holding the ball too long, taking unnecessary sacks. Just downright disgusting. And I know there are everybody that's upset. I understand. I'm ticked off too. Because this was an embarrassing loss. This was a humiliating loss. This was a loss that was not supposed to happen, but it's the same old Titans. They find a way to stink. I mean, they outgained the Jets 430 to 355, but they had 8 terrible penalties. They win the turnover battle, so they're now at -5. but they were 5 for 19 on third down. They dominate time of possession, but the offensive line gives up 7 sacks. The defense makes Zach Wilson look like a superstar. And it's fucking awful. And now Vrabel is going to probably give the same excuses. You're right. He's going to give an excuse saying, well, we got to play better, we got to do better, we got to coach better, and all of this. We tried to be prepared. No, you weren't prepared. Y'all thought this was going to be a cakewalk, and then when the Jets started playing you, you didn't play back. We looked horrible in all 3 phases. Offensively, no protection. Defensively, you broke down as the game went on. Special teams was awful as well. You got Townsend the punter shaking a punt early. Randy Bullock missing a kick late. I mean, Tannehill goes 30 of 49, 298 yards, a touchdown, but looked horrible doing that. Got sacked 7 times. The offensive line stinks. The offensive line sucks. All 5 of them, especially Taylor Lewan. If I'm the Titans, I'd trade Taylor Lewan. Go ahead, put Dylan Radunz out there. You can't do no worse. Derrick Henry, 33 for 157. Completely wasted a great effort from him. McNichols, 8 catches, 74 yards. Had a very good game. Reynolds kind of did all right, 6 for 59 yards. He made some nice catches, but nothing. Defensively, we couldn't put no pressure on Zach Wilson. And even when we did, he finds a way to escape, get to the outside, and he gets thrown on bombs. I mean, you let him escape. You don't put him on his ass. You let him escape, and you let him throw good shots to Corey Davis, Keelan Cole, and others. You let the Jets look like a playoff team. And I just don't understand why this type of thing always happens to us. A team that ain't never won a game, gets their first win on us. They haven't had a touchdown in 3 weeks. Got their first touchdown in 3 weeks on us. We played like shit. And I'm just going to say it. They played like shit. They looked like shit. Completely awful. And I apologize for my language, but right now I really don't give a damn. That's how pissed off I am. This was the most flabbergasting, disgusting performance I've ever seen. I mean, and Tino Drive, you're right. It's like Vrabel could get away with murder. He won't call out his coaching staff. He won't hold himself accountable, but it was the players' fault. A lot of this was bad coaching too. And maybe I should. Maybe I could do better. Some people will say, well, if you feel like that, maybe you should do it. Maybe I should. I probably could coach better than them. And I mean, it's just, yeah. The Mad Titans, it happens all the time to us. Players and team make history on us. Exactly. I am sick and tired of that. I am sick and tired of teams getting their first wins on us or doing something they haven't done in weeks, doing it on us. Mike Vrabel is not a good football coach. I'm just going to say it. Mike Vrabel is not a good football coach. Since the 59-0 game, I'm like Al Pacino in Any Given Sunday. I haven't seen anything that stinks like this. And I'm like Will Henry. I'm embarrassed to be a Titans fan right now. Ultimately embarrassed. And every last one of y'all should be too. And I don't want to hear no, why are you bashing the Titans? Why are you bashing them? I don't give a damn. They sucked. They sucked. And they deserve to get talked bad about. We deserve to be the laughing stock of the NFL today. Makes me sick. Early on, defense was looking pretty good, but the offense was not helping them out. No protection. We kept taking field goals instead of touchdowns, which is a dangerous game to play. And the game just felt so uncomfortable the whole time. And they said, Josh comes in and says, if we lose against the Jags, Vrabel and most of the coaching staff need to be on the hot seat. And I'm not going to rule that out. We could lose to the Jags. Hell, I might pick us to lose to the Jags the way we play. It could happen. It could happen. And you're damn right I'm cussing on a Sunday. I love the Lord just as much as anybody else do, but I'm just that angry. They played like bullshit. Bullshit. All the way around. The way that we played, we deserve to lose this game. We deserve to lose this game. And now I'm going to have to hear from all fans of all the other teams talking about how we gave the Jets their first win. And I agree. So people need to be put on notice now. But if you lose to the Jags, some changes need to be freaking made. Because I'm getting sick and tired of this bullshit. I am sick of this. Losing to inferior opponents you have no business losing to. Like I said earlier, the Buffalo Bills are playing the Houston Texans. An inferior opponent. Buffalo treated them like an inferior opponent. 40-0. They played Washington last week. An inferior opponent. Beat them down. Kansas City. Even though the Eagles are a decent team, they're inferior to them. Chiefs did their job. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? And MHVACR saying it's all right, we need games like this. No the hell we don't. No the hell we don't. We don't need disgusting play like this. Josh said, could we be overlooking these two teams for Buffalo and Kansas City? That's what it looks like. That's what it looked like. That we overlooked them looking ahead. And I said this on Wednesday. I said this in the pregame. Do not overlook. Because if you do, you will get beat. And we knew the wide receiver core would look bad without AJ and Julio, and think this would have been what it would look like if we did not trade for Julio at all. And I wasn't gonna go to work tomorrow, but now I have to. Work a little overtime. I don't like it. It's like, and Will's right. Put me in a spot where we can't be optimistic about anything. You can't. Because it seems like every time we get up, the Titans find a way to bring us down again. And Rocky Ian is right. And when we do win, it's like we never can win it easy. We always seem to have to want to win the hard way. Lakes will say, I'm using a sick day tomorrow. I wish I could use a sick day. Normally, I would be off tomorrow, but we're short-staffed, so I got to go in. And I know I'm going to hear this all day today and tomorrow. I ain't never bet on the Titans again ever. I was going to bet on the Titans, but I decided not to. And I'm so happy I didn't. Again, never bet on a team you are highly invested in. Because they are going to let you down and you're going to be pissed off. And I see we have a Ravens fan trolling. Who gives a damn about the Ravens? We don't care. But thank you for watching anyway. And for a team that's always afraid of giving up the big play, that's all we did was give up the big play. So I'm not happy right now. And it's really not a lot. I can say. There's really not a lot to really dive into because it was disgusting. It was awful. On offense, Tannehill was pathetic today, holding the ball too long. The offensive line was lethargic. Besides Derrick Henry, Jeremy McNichols, a little bit from Chester Rogers and Josh Reynolds, Nick Westbrook-Akina and Cam Batson can go kick rock somewhere. We definitely need to redraft a tackle next year because we need to get rid of Taylor Lewan and save that $13 million because he sucks. Ben Jones, we need to revamp this entire offensive line. With maybe the exception of Nate Davis and maybe Roger Saffold to an extent. Everybody else can go, as far as I'm concerned. Everybody else can fucking go. And again, yeah, I'm with you. We wasted a pick on Wilson. Dylan Ray does. It's like they don't want to rush him onto the field. And you cut Dennis Kelly. A couple of bad picks in my mind. We have given up 17 sacks in 4 games. And it's been a while since it's been this bad. Offensive line. And we've seen some bad offensive line. But this was a terrible showing by the offensive line. Worse than Arizona. So it's not really much I can say about this. It was horrible. Defensively, we looked good early, but we could never seem to sack Zach Wilson. Our corners give up big plays. Fulton looked good early, but he got burned later. We let Corey freaking Davis basically have his revenge. Look at this. Corey, 4 for 111 and a touchdown. He got his revenge. Keelan Cole had 3 for 92. Crowder 7 for 61. Zach Wilson 21 to 34, 297. Offensive line. Huff, 1.5 sacks. Quentin Williams, 2 sacks. Quincy Williams, a sack. Mosley, a sack. Franklin Myers, a sack. Sacks everywhere. It's like Oprah. You get a sack. You get a sack. Everybody got a sack. And honestly, right now, there should be some heat on Vrabel and J-Rod. I agree. It's humiliating. It's lethargic. I'm flabbergasted. I'm beside myself right now. And I know people are going to be blowing up my phone like, yai. I don't want to hear it. And T-Town Brown said, I wanted to defend this team. Today you can't. Today you cannot defend this team. And I sure the hell won't. This Titan team was absolutely disgustingly awful. There is no defending them. There is no defending them. And the media should eat them alive. And I'm sick of this. I am so sick of seeing this out of a Titan team against an inferior opponent. I'm tired of it. And you know what? With that being said, yeah, get rid of Corey Davis and our number 1 and number 2 receivers are out. And Big Jeff, you know what? I honestly did not notice Big Jeff today. I didn't notice him at all. Pathetic. You know what? I'm signing off, y'all. This has been pathetic. Terrible loss. Titans fall 27-24. Wednesday night, get ready. We're going to basically, we're going to throw this game away. Ladies' night coming up. Ladies' night coming up on Wednesday. Got a couple of guests lined up. We're not going to talk about this game anymore and move on to the Jags. Just take this game, crumble it up, and toss it in the freaking ocean. So, y'all, this is Blue Enforcer, Titans of Truth. I can't. I'm out, y'all. Y'all have a good night.